for the 28th World Cup meeting, and we are underway. Two Rivers overtakes the Godolphin Mile, and Ballydoyle are on the board early. It is Hong Kong in the Alquois. It's Forever Young though for Japan. Toz in the final 200 metres has burned away from them. Back to Cheval, Namur the outside, tries tight. It is going to be Rebels Romance for Godolphin in the Shima Classic. But this is an absolute romp in the Dubai World Cup. Laurel River, Tygo Shea, take a bow.
I'm unapologetically me, and that's the style of calling that I guess, attached to my image. I'm Pat Comerford. I'm the commentator for the ERA and the DRC, so Emirates Racing Authority and Dubai Racing Club here in the UAE. It's my first season commentating here, and on Saturday I'll call my first Dubai World Cup. I guess I never had an introduction into racing by direct connection with anyone involved in the industry, apart from the fact that my father owned plenty of slow horses over the journey through my childhood. We had Flemington 10 minutes away, Moonee Valley 5 minutes away, growing up in Essendon in the northwest suburbs of Melbourne, so it was very much in your face. I went and did a brief stint as well during university at the University of Missouri. On the way back, I'd completed my final semester at La Trobe in Melbourne, doing journalism, broadcast journalism. I was able to pick up a job as a breakfast radio host in Alice Springs.
G'day guys, Pat here from The Morning Grind. Just finished my last show for 2017.
So I was 22 years old and not really sure whether or not radio was going to be the way forward for me.
And you guys need to get down here. Fantastic deals right across the range.
From memory, I woke up, it was about a Wednesday morning, and I was supposed to have been on air by 5 a.m. at that point in time. I woke up and there was light coming through my curtains, and I went, this is not good. I broke the land speed record, I reckon, in a car heading to the radio station, which was some 15 minutes away. On the back end of the news, I came on as if nothing had ever happened. And that was it, never heard anything about it. I thought maybe, you know what, I've been given this opportunity to call the races and stuff, maybe we try and make this a little bit more of a full-time profession.
Yes, it's a good evening to you all and welcome to the Red Centre Racing Review. I'm your host Pat Comerford, and what a pleasure.
After about 6 months of calling, I realised that, you know, I was slowly improving.
Shining Mane pushes through, Dancing Poetess late on the scene, Dancing Poetess gets there.
I was contacted by Michelle Pickles, who was heading up the TAB trackside broadcast team there, based out of Auckland. There was a spot that had opened up for both a presenter and also hopefully an opportunity to do some commentating as well. The opportunities to, I guess, come back to the bottom of the tally and be able to just sort of pick up opportunities when they presented themselves. It was a great learning experience for me.
Well, it's been a jam-packed week of racing, and we're only at Tuesday.
I wasn't calling races very, very often. I was doing a lot of trials, and New Zealand has a tendency to pinhook a lot of horses overseas. So these trials, we have 30 heats of 12 horses. You know, so you've got 300, 400 horses going around in 7 hours, and the heats are run on the 12-minute gaps. So it's just absolute chaos, and you don't know who's riding them, you don't know what colours they're wearing. So in regards to learning recall, doing this so often, it was like anything, you practice anything, it allowed me to be able to recall very fast. The Singapore Turf Club had reached out to a few of their previous commentators. I was one of quite a few candidates that were put forward for the role, and fortunate enough to get it. So here I am moving to Singapore on the back end of COVID at the end of 2021.
What was it feeling like when you called your first Group 1 in Singapore?
Yeah, it was the Kranji Mile in 2022. Nervous, very nervous.
Could it be a fairy tale start to 2022? Limbs lightning under the bat from Jimmy Wong, wins the Kranji Mile.
I've got a very loud style. That's how I've always been, and it's a very like me or hate me kind of way of race calling. When the job opportunity came up here, I had to apply, and when they offered me the job, it was just an absolute no-brainer. The confidence that the Dubai Racing Club have given me by allowing me to do that has given myself, you know, I guess an extra boost to say, you know what you're doing is good, and what you're doing is great for us, and it's a great fit for us. It means I'm on the right track.
It's the commentator's box. Actually a very
impressive commentator's box if you look at it compared to some of the other tracks around the world. They're basically right on the line. These are probably the most important thing. I found that 15 by 60s, which I guess Australian commentators are very common at using, Carl Zeiss, they're quite big binoculars and they might be overkill at a lot of tracks, but at Meydan they come right as handy. This system that we've got actually doesn't have particular colours, especially for the international horses, so that's when my arts and crafts comes into play. That I, thankfully at school I wasn't too bad with the old arts and crafts. The doodles are going good, and well, it's basically just a cheat sheet. Preparation is key. Preparation is key. Keeping the vocal cords soothed. I might even get a bit of a plug with Strepsils. They might be able to send me a few boxes. I spend that much money on them. I've put it to myself that accuracy is going to be the most important thing. I want to make sure that we're getting the right horse across the line, and I think you can force yourself into a situation to say a line, but I think I think when it comes naturally, it's and you can sort of take in the situation as it happens. I think that's when you do get your best stuff. So there's a few things in my head, but I'm not going to be locking myself into anything.
Pat Comerford, over to you.
Thank you very much, Tom. $12 million, the prize pool here for our feature race this evening, the Dubai World Cup.
Racing. Dubai World Cup number 28 is underway, and it is Laurel River from gate number 12 who has taken over to go to the lead. A length and a half to Kabir Khan working alongside Dermasotogake. Laurel River has had it pretty easy up in front, hasn't had to work too hard. Senor Buscador was next, followed there by Dermasotogake. Ushpa Tesoro third to last from Clapton. Military Law drops out of it. Laurel River has given them the slip here. Laurel River puts a big break on them here in the Dubai World Cup, the best part of 8 or 9 lengths here, and Juddmonte Farm are close. They are 200 metres away from Dubai World Cup success here. He's got 10 lengths now on Senor Buscador. Kabir Khan drops away. Ushpa Tesoro coming from a long way back, but this is an absolute romp in the Dubai World Cup. Laurel River, Tygo Shea, take a bow.